Hey YouTubers, thought I'd make another video today. This one I want to talk about dietary changes. Recently my partner Maggie, my wife Maggie, has become a vegan. And vegetarian, I don't know, not really a vegan, I guess. Vegan, I guess, is really strict vegetarian. She's just a vegetarian. She still eats, like, cheese and things like that, so she's not a true vegan. And I respect that. I totally respect that. I get it, I've tried it before. Tried to be a vegetarian. I'm not quite there yet. Well, the thing is, when we first moved back here, and we were staying in the motel room, one night on the laptop, she saw a video. Paul McCartney did this video, apparently, for PETA, and it showed how all these animals are treated before they're slaughtered and stuff, and I guess showed some of the slaughtering, and it really got to Maggie, so she quit eating meat. Well, I'm aware of that. I know I've heard a lot about the terrible things, the terrible treatment that a lot of these, especially the corporate farm animals, go through before, while they're being fattened up and then slaughtered. And it is inhumane treatment, yes. I don't deny that. It is inhumane. But even animals that are raised for food that are what they call free range or, organic, even there, slaughtering is slaughtering. They may have a really nice life, roaming around and eating before they get slaughtered, but still they're going to get slaughtered. I don't know, I've thought about this, and I know a lot of people who are vegetarians and vegans can't understand how you can say you love animals and yet eat meat. I do love animals. I do. And I do eat meat. I love animals, but I eat meat. I know that seems contradictory, but I don't really think it is. I respect people's beliefs in that area, and they say, well, they don't want to eat anything that's living, a living creature. But you could also argue, well, plants are living things, and yet you eat plants. The things that some vegetarians eat, like soy, and that is grown out of the ground. Those plants are alive. And technically, if you wanted to get really, really picky, you could say, well, by picking the soybeans off the plants, you're actually hurting them. I mean, could you imagine being a soybean plant and having people come and pick the things off of you? I mean, you could be silly and go to that extreme. But as far as, like cows and pigs and chickens and turkeys and ducks and I don't know, all those kinds of things. Now, I won't eat duck. That's too wild for me. My dad used to kill and eat ducks, but I'm not a wild game person. In desperation, I suppose, if I was starving out in the middle of nowhere, I probably would, but I don't have to kill my own food. I don't have to go out and hunt my own food. So anyway, I don't really think I could ever be totally vegetarian, let alone completely vegan, cutting out milk and cheese and that kind of stuff. I love my cereal with milk. I love cheese, all kinds of cheese. Eggs, I love eggs. People say, yeah, but eggs they could be little chickens. They could be, they're embryos. Well, Okay, if you want to get nasty about it and say, well, those are little unfertilized embryos, whatever, you know. I mean, I like eggs, and I'm going to keep eating eggs, you know. I like cheese, I like milk. Those are things that I'm going to continue to consume. Even if I stopped eating meat, I would not completely give up my dairy products. I love my dairy products. Ice cream, all kinds of things that are made from dairy. Maggie has at least some degree of lactose intolerance. She always has. So she doesn't eat very much, or, you know, as far as dairy products go. But I don't know. I like the meat that I still eat. Once in a while I'll have beef. Or like on Sunday, when my sister took us out, I had those ribs, which I think are pork ribs, which I still have some leftovers I'm going to eat in a little bit. But, you know, I'm just to the point of, I understand the whole sustainability issue, and, you know, especially with cows and that. I understand all the, you know, the vegetarians, all the issues that they've made concerning, you know, the growing and eating of meat. I understand all that, but I don't know. I just, for one thing, I'm not supposed to have soy because of the phytoestrogens, and I can't have estrogen or anything that turns into estrogen, so that lets out soy. And soybeans, which a lot of vegetarian stuff is made from soybeans, which I can't have that either. So, but even if that wasn't the case, even if I could have soy, I don't really care for it. Okay, I don't. I like my meat. I'm sorry, I just do. You know, chicken and turkey. I eat ground turkey burgers, and I like barbecued chicken. I like chicken in all kinds of ways. And I just don't ever see me becoming a full-fledged vegetarian. I just don't see it happening. And I'm sorry if that upsets some people who are. You know, I think it's perfectly fine if that's what you want to do. And if, you know, you're really committed to it, that's great. But I just hate people judging me because I still eat meat, you know. And I'm going to continue to eat meat. You know, if you want to sit in judgment of me and wag your finger at me and say, you shouldn't be eating meat, that's an animal. Well, you know what? Animals kill and eat other animals. Well, you could argue, yeah, but you're not an animal. What is mankind but human animals? We're just, you know, in the book of Ecclesiastes, if you read the book of Ecclesiastes, he says, you know, talking about man and beast, he says, what befalls the one befalls the other. Yea, they are all of one breath. We're just another species. We're just really another species of animal, the human animal. And there are, you know, animals that are meat eaters that would eat humans, that do eat humans. And so, you know, I think it just all depends on what you want to do. And it just, like I said, it just really irritates me when people, you know, people who are vegetarians or vegans, you know, give me dirty looks when they see me eating meat, or they wag their finger at you, or, you know, talk about what a horrible person you are because you eat meat. You know, don't give me that crap, okay? And I am who I am. I like what I like, and I'm gonna eat and drink what I want to eat and drink. And people say, well, that's unhealthy and that's unhealthy. You know, you shouldn't be eating this. You shouldn't be drinking that. You know what? Screw you. I'm gonna eat what I want and drink what I want. If it kills me, it kills me. Something's got to kill me. Eventually, I got to die of something. It's either what I eat and drink, or, you know, piece of space junk falls out of the sky and lands on me, or, you know, I gotta die someday somehow. And so the way I look at it is, as long as I'm alive, I may as well enjoy my life. That includes what I eat and drink. I get a great deal of pleasure out of eating and drinking the things I like. And I think if it gives you pleasure and it doesn't hurt anybody else, fine, that's your choice. But like I said, I don't want to be judged by anybody for what I eat or don't eat or don't drink, or what I wear or don't wear, or where I live or don't live. There's just too much judgment in the world. And I make all my own choices, and everything I put in and on my body is what I enjoy and what gives me pleasure and makes me feel comfortable. So to hell with what anybody else thinks. I don't care, and I'm not going to judge anybody else for what they do, what they put on their bodies or in their bodies. That's none of my business. So anyway, I just want to rant on about that a little bit. But I really have given up on the vegetarian thing. I don't think it's ever going to happen. And if it does, it's only going to be because I'm tired of eating meat, not because somebody else tells me, well, that's wrong, you shouldn't eat meat. If I decide to give it up, it's going to be for my own reasons, and not because somebody else thinks I should give it up. If I get tired of it, then I'll stop it. It's like anything else in my life. If I get tired of it, or it doesn't give me pleasure anymore, then I'll stop it. So anyhow, that's my little rant on vegetarianism. And I didn't mean to offend anybody. If some of my YouTube followers out there are vegetarians, I didn't mean to slam anybody. Like I said, to me, it's just all about being judgmental. And I try not to be judgmental with what anybody else does, and I don't want them to be judgmental with what I do. They make their choices, and I make mine. So, anywho, I'm going to get off of here and go heat up my leftover Chipotle barbecue ribs from Sunday. I had to eat my leftovers from Saturday night yesterday, so today I'm eating my other leftovers. And fix part of the refrigerator that I messed up. I messed up the crisper drawer, so I have to fix that. But anyway, hope the rest of your day is good, and that y'all have a good evening, and peace and love, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.